Oh my God, 28.
Okay. We back. We're back at it again.
We back, bitch. We back, bitch. We back like a fucking heart attack, bitch. We back, bitch. We back, bitch. We back looking like a fucking snack, bitch. Hey, we on the mic, y'all. Hey, it's so Palate, y'all. Hey.
Period. How y'all doing?
I'm D.
I'm Capri.
Welcome back, y'all.
Yes.
And if you're new, hello, welcome. Get into the things.
Get into all the things.
I was about to say Seelbachs, bitch.
But about Seelbachs.
About Seelbachs. They're a sponsor.
Hey. we got a surprise for y'all with Seelbachs, don't we?
Yes, we actually have a promo code now, guys.
So
for our beloved sponsor, Seelbachs.
Thank you.
Anybody listening to our podcast where we are tasting items that we have gotten from Seelbachs, we're planning to get into Seelbachs because sometimes we're doing a little field testing while we're on here too.
Yes.
But if you are interested in anything that you see that we are tasting or even that we're not, just by listening to our podcast, we have a free shipping code for you.
Yes.
So when you are ordering online at seelbachs.com, and that is SEELBACHS.com, use the promo code SOUL for free shipping on your order.
Yes.
So you're welcome.
Cheers.
Because I guarantee you, free shipping usually works out better than a percentage off.
Yeah.
Just a little pro tip for y'all there.
Absolutely.
But Soul Palate is us beautiful black women bringing black and brown people to the table to taste spirits, to experience them out loud. We get into all the full sensory things. And today we are doing liqueurs.
Woo-hoo.
A really fun batch of liqueurs, too. So I'm very excited about this.
I'm excited.
We've got 3 Vermouths, an Apertivo, and an Amaro.
Okay.
So I love it. So these will be on Seelbachs' website, but on Seelbachs Estate. Well, the Apertivo and Amaro will probably be on Seelbachs, but Seelbachs Estate is actually a whole separate branch of Seelbachs that we're working on now that is wine focused.
Okay.
So the vermouths will fall in line with the wines.
We love it. Taking over the world.
I'm excited. Shout out to Forager Imports. Todd at Forager Imports is everything.
Love it.
I love him so much. He's been doing
so
tastings with us, and it's been great.
We've been wanting to do this lineup for
a minute now. I've been holding on to these for weeks.
Yeah.
Like before New Orleans. So I'm very excited. I did not open them until today because with vermouths and stuff like that, it is better to open them and use them within that week.
If you don't know about...
So I'm probably going to be giving you one of these because I'm not going to be able to use through all of these.
Right.
I'll let you pick between the 2 Blancs.
I'm glad you put what is vermouth. That's what I was just about to go into. Let's do it.
All right, guys. So what is vermouth? You want to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Cool.
WSET. Answer here. We love that. Vermouth is both aromatized and fortified. Aromatized wines. Nearly all aromatized wines are sweetened. A very simple way of achieving this would be to add some form of sugar when the product is blended. No artificial sweeteners. In some instances, sweetness might come from the original grape juice. This is achieved by either stopping the fermentation before the yeast have consumed all of the sugar in the grape juice, or by stopping a fermentation from happening in the first place. The key technique is adding neutral alcohol to the wine, a process called fortification. So that's where fortified comes in. The higher levels of alcohol in a fortified wine are toxic to the yeast, meaning it'll kill the yeast off. This is either prevents the fermentation from happening or ensures that it cannot continue no matter how much sugar is present. Characteristic taste of vermouth comes from wormwood, which is a type of spice. That is, I guess that's a spice. Or
is that considered like not an
herb?
Is wormwood an herb
Maybe
or
it's
a
a
bark? That's what it's given.
Yeah.
That's what because when it's present, it gives herbaceousness.
Right.
So I think it's safe to call it an herb and or bark.
Right. Yes.
We're going to go with that.
Absolutely. Okay.
But yes. Okay. So let's do our first sip because we
had
already started doing a lot of catch up before we started recording, y'all. Because we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. We didn't do an episode last week because life was lifing. But so yes, we wound up having a whole separate catch up before the catch up.
We did.
That's because y'all can't catch that tea.
We'll talk. Yeah.
Y'all can't catch all the tea.
I can catch up with something, I think.
Some of it.
Figure it out.
I'll be vague about some of my
Let's
catch up.
do cheers, though. Since
yes.
Cheers.
Hold on. We need a clink clink.
That's
better. This is the type of glass.
Yeah. We'll try again when I'm
We'll do better
this
with the good car glasses. So first we sip. Our first one is Bordiga. And so I'll talk a little bit about the Bordiga brand because we have a couple different vermouths up here from them.
Nice.
So they're based in Piedmont, Italy.
Okay.
And Bordiga created its first vermouth in the year the company was founded in 1888.
Wow.
Even today, on the wall of the historic headquarters of the distillery, you can see the inscription Vermouth Bordiga. Ours is a very long tradition that is a guarantee of quality and excellence. Even today, Bordiga Vermouth is presented on the label with an image of the historical recipe linked to the distant colonies of East Africa, where the rare spices come from, which wisely mixed with the excellent wine of Piedmont and excellent alpine medicinal herbs give life to traditional vermouth of Turin of pure quality. Okay, so Turin means pure quality, I think.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Bordiga. So the first vermouth that we're trying from them is their Vermouth Bianco.
Yes.
This classic vermouth type is based on Piedmontese white wines, including some Moscato and infused with more than 30 different botanicals, many of them grown in the Occitan Alps near the winery. All the herbal infusions are done individually and in-house.
Wow.
So this is very
awesome.
craft.
Yeah,
which is why it's very much in line with the Seelbachs product lineup.
Yeah, I love that.
So very small production. Like when I tasted these vermouths, I was like, "Oh my god, what have I been drinking my entire career?"
Not great enough.
Like I'm not even gonna mention the other brands I was comparing it to because one, they ain't sponsoring, and two, it don't even match up.
Yeah, it can't even compare.
But those brands that be out there that y'all know and see all the time on people's back bars, not even close to the quality when it comes to these.
Not even, yeah.
I'm gonna need y'all to get here.
Vermouth is also great for spritzes. It's so great on the rocks. Like
I've been tossing all except for the Amaro. I will put any of them in a bubble.
Yes.
In a prosecco, and I got some good proseccos coming to Seelbachs. I'm excited.
Okay.
We're gonna do a whole separate episode on like the wines that we get in.
I love it. We'll bring Erica back.
Yes, for sure.
All right, y'all.
So first we smell.
For me, it's sage. Big sage notes.
Fresh sage.
Big sage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then...
And I get citrus oils.
Citrus oils.
Mm-hmm. Definitely pepperminty. Like a sweet peppermint, too. Like,
yes.
Not necessarily spearmint.
No.
And definitely not peppermint.
No.
But it's mint.
I get
maybe
also
like an
grapefruit
apple mint.
peel.
Grapefruit. I get apple flesh, too.
Apple flesh. I was like, is there an apple mint?
There's an apple mint.
Oh, wow.
I grow apple mint.
Oh, wow.
There's apple mint, chocolate mint. There's pineapple mint.
There's pineapple mint?
I have pineapple mint, too. My pineapple mint just died off. But because it grows off like a vine. Like, almost like your hanging vine over there. It grows like that.
Oh, wow.
It hangs out of the container. Oh, wow. Yeah. I almost get some tropical fruit skins in this, too. There's a lot of fruitiness in here.
Yeah, for sure.
And what I like about it's a lot happening in it, but all of it is light.
Yes. Like not too overpowering.
None of it is punching me in the throat like that. These are perfect for some low ABVs. Mm-hmm.
That's like honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's elderflower.
It's like orange blossom.
Orange blossom.
Ooh, wow. There's a little bit of
nuttiness.
I don't know if viscosity is what I'm going for. It dries out a tiny bit, but not to the point where it's giving like tannins.
Right.
But it evaporates a little bit.
Absolutely. Something reminds me of a sugar cookie here. And then also something like nutty. Like
definitely some...
I can't eat peanuts, but it's like what peanuts smell like. I feel like this tastes like.
I could also kind of get, I don't know if pecan is what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking like almond husk.
Yeah, something very dry apart.
Something very dry, exactly. It's such an easy sipper.
It is.
And it's at room temperature.
But I immediately want soda water. I definitely want to like stretch
something
it out
with
a
some
little
bubbles. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah. It is drying my mouth out a little bit though.
It's so good.
Not much to catch up on. I and getting my skin together, y'all. So it's been a better week start than it has been for a very, very long time, and so that's been great. We about to go out of the country again.
Yes, we about to be gone again.
We excited. Not together, but we'll be having our own thing.
Exactly.
So we'll have lots of
recap stuff for y'all when we get back in the
eat and all that cool thing.
I get excited to talk about like where we eating and stuff, and hopefully I'll have a good like private chef recommendation for y'all.
Yes,
we are trying out a chef while we're there.
Nice.
And then I'll be in Miami right before Costa Rica because we're going to go to Costa Rica from Miami. So I have some where we eatings for there.
I love that.
Because I'm trying a new place there, but I won't mention them by name yet because I don't know if I like them.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll be excited about that. I'm excited to be going back to Miami. I just always, Miami gives me a recharge. It's lit, but it doesn't drain me. And I love it so much there. I love it so fucking much. Before it's underwater at some point, I need me a property in Miami.
We got years.
I need me a fucking vacation spot in fucking Miami, bro. But I feel like it's never going to be worth the price, though. To own, I feel like it's just never going to be worth the price.
Man.
But
yeah, just insane.
Yes, insane before it is half underwater.
Yeah.
That is in my manifestation list.
That's real. That's real.
In terms of catch up, I mean,
that's about it.
Y'all,
you know,
boss life stressing me out.
Right.
The blessings and curses that come with that whole thing.
People,
managing being an employer, trying to manage people. Thankfully, I've got yet another new person. And so, essentially, because I was doing the job of like 4 people.
Right.
So, now that it's been split between 2 people.
Yeah.
With a sprinkle of potentially promoting someone to floor lead. So sprinkling a little bit of that over to them too. So 2 and some change people.
Yeah, love that.
So that's been nice. It's been an adjustment trying to like get out of the habit of just doing because I'm used to doing when there are people now getting paid to do that. So I can do other shit.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. It's a constant like conversation with myself of like, okay, bitch, somebody's getting paid to do this. You cutting into your own fucking bonus.
Right.
They have a job that they're getting paid to do now.
Right.
Let them do that.
Yeah.
So, it's a process.
I think also, like, the more you're with these people, the more you trust them to do
it. Because I think that's also part of it.
Yeah.
And a part of me has been kind of like, I guess a little sad. I realized that I was kind of in mourning a little bit. I always go through a stage of mourning when it comes to major change, whether it's good, bad.
Yeah.
I am just wired to be change averse. And so even if it's a good change, I still kind of mourn what was as I'm accepting what is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I have to get to acceptance before I can get to embracing.
Yeah.
And so I realized last week that I was kind of going through that phase of like feeling a bit like in mourning, kind of feeling like even though intellectually I know that I'm just doing other stuff. It's not like there's now nothing for me to do or I don't have a place or whatever because I know that I do.
Yeah.
But it's still, those thoughts are creeping up still of like, well, if I let this go and I'm not the go-to person for these, like, what's going to happen? Am I still going to be needed? Like, just having those kind of, like, little anxious moments or whatever. But, of course, Roz talking me off the ledge. She was like, I have never met somebody who holds on so much to something they don't actually want to do anymore. Like, it's not making any sense. You manifested wanting to not have to do this anymore. You don't have to do this anymore. Yeah. This is a good thing.
Yes.
And I'm like, I understand that, but that's not how I feel. You have to let me more.
It's a new stage, though.
It's a new stage. But it's good change.
And there's still going to be responsibilities to be had.
Still another major, like, thing I have to tell you about, but I'm not saying it on air yet. Yeah. So, but I'll tell you about that later.
Okay, awesome.
But so yeah, I'm just getting used to. We're doing like more. Of course, we're gonna be doing more like media related stuff, like more of the IG lives, doing interviews and stuff with producers and stuff like that, talking about certain product that's coming in and all that.
That's great.
So now I'm trying to fill up the calendar with as many of those as I can get on the books, so we can have like a consistent output of those.
Absolutely,
like that type of content. So I'm excited about that for sure.
That's awesome.
I feel like I'm manifesting this like thing that I've been wanting to do.
Yeah. You definitely been talking about wanting to be more on the creative side of Seelbachs.
Yeah, and wanting to be able to like have more conversations with creators and producers in this space.
Right.
Because I'm also myself just looking for more sources of inspiration.
Right.
And conversations with people who are in the space that I'm in or doing things that I want to do or whatever inspires me.
Yeah.
And so that's happening more now. So I'm happy about that. But other than that, aside from having to fire people and hire people and
do that side.
I had to have a difficult conversation today with a changing of office space and stuff and dealing with like that whole thing. So just getting comfortable every day with uncomfortable conversations. And
you're doing great.
Risking looking like the bad guy and all this.
You know, that's just comes with being honest and being upfront.
And,
it just is a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, speaking about that, like I did my first kind of like harsh, stern blow up to the team recently, because we finally did, for me, like what was the type of training we should have been doing from the beginning. Deke was trying to implement that, and everybody's just like, this is weird, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. And I immediately was like, we gotta fucking get serious, y'all, and like just kind of like went off like, we can't keep acting like we don't want to do this shit and complain.
Y'all are officially award nominated.
We gotta fucking get it going.
You have to be that every day.
And I slept on it, and I was like, I could have definitely
communicated that differently.
Said this a lot.
I know, but you've been frustrated though.
Yeah, and that was frustrated. What it was. It was a pop, and I'm trying not to be that person anymore, because that was definitely me. I was definitely hold it. You're getting it all right the fuck now.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to be better, and the way I've been being better is just I'm supposed to have the harder conversations more often. That way it's not a layer on a layer on a layer. But I was having hard conversations and nothing was happening, so I stopped having them. But now that like I see that it's finally getting some ears, I was super excited, and then at the same time completely disappointed in the team that they didn't like,
that they're not wanting to step up to the plate the way you are.
So I apologized to PJ in person, because I know she was definitely affected. But
was she one of the people complaining though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We won't harp on that.
But I put it in the group, and I was just like, just wanted to like, apologize about the way that I said these things. This is why I reacted this way. I'm excited. And I have to understand that I'm used to this type of training, though.
For sure, yeah.
I'm used to harsh styles of. It's not even a harsh style. It's really driving home. This is how we do what we do.
Yeah,
I'm used to this type of stuff.
Yeah,
I want us.
You volunteer and invest in your own training outside of even your bar providing it for you, though.
And I was like, I just have to know that this isn't the usual for everyone. Not everyone
likes to be challenged either. You don't shy away from a challenge.
I'm like, let's go. What's up? Turn up. That's how I feel.
You gotta remember you're on a different level, bitch.
And I apologize for that. And hopefully the way that I apologize, but also like try to encourage the team is going to
like, I'm excited about this. Get excited.
Yeah.
Sorry that I came down so hard, but the message is still the message, and I said what I said.
So it's it. So
period.
We'll see, because I know Deke wants us to be a little more in line. Like, we're a great team, but we are not one band, one sound right now.
Yeah.
And like,
y'all need that. Need that cohesiveness.
Need that so much. And I think it comes along with not just working every day, but like, we need to have an outing. We need to once a month come in on our day off. Like, we just gotta do these things. Yeah. Because we need to create that point now where
too. Like, I'm finally able to like even think about like team building stuff, or like a group happy hour, or something like even being able to do stuff like that. Important, because like outside of the building.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time when you work. You spend a lot of time with these people that you don't technically live with, and so team building and that type of thing is so important, because you now are feeding the life of the people that are going to be in that building. Like, if they feel like, oh man, and I'm not like super excited to go to work, because it's still work, but like, I can go to work and I know I can be around the people that I like kiki and talk and share how I feel. Like, it just feeds the quality of life in the space. So,
and that's one of the things that I really always even from the beginning when I didn't have a clue about being an employer, like still knowing at least what I want in a workspace and what I need in a workspace is like, I need to not just be a number on a list, like, or just a name on a list. Yeah. Like, I need to know that I'm being recognized still as a human being in my workspace. And that I'm valued for what I bring to the table individually.
Absolutely.
Not everybody cares about that, but at the same time, I know that everyone still wants to be treated like a human. Everyone still wants to feel cared about and not just, oh, I come in, I pack, I go.
Exactly.
And whatever, which is why I always do, like, buying lunch and, like, making cocktails or whatever and, like, doing that type of stuff. To at least, you know, there are perks to being at work. You're not just bored all fucking day or someone's breathing down your back all day or anything like that. Like, I still want people to not necessarily got to look forward to it per se, but one could make money in worse environments.
Period.
Like, what the fuck?
Period.
So, and now Amanda, who's not the new me, because only one me, but
the manager, the warehouse manager.
Yes,
she is now like
she's essentially the new operations person.
Yeah.
She's been bringing in like donuts and stuff like that. So, you know, we're calibrating. I feel like we're calibrating. It's giving a little retrograde shadow phase right now with all the bullshit and all of the people coming back around when those tables turn, honey. It's giving very much retrograde shadow phase.
It's giving,
because you know retrograde starts on the 9th.
Tables turning.
It's giving tables turning. But it's been good overall, though.
Yes.
I'm more excited than I am anxious, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We have a lot coming up, though, and so we definitely need another full-time person. So, hey, guys.
Right.
We need another warehouse associate.
Yeah.
If you think that might be you, look up our job posting on abvjobs.com.
That's real.
Shout out to Sonia.
Yeah, that's real.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, that's real.
Because we definitely have a posting up right now, and we're taking resumes. And the info is all there, abvjobs.com.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's really all that's been occupying my time
lately.
Real.
That's real.
It's really just that. And I saw the Color Purple play last night, and it was great.
Yay!
That was great.
I need to get to theater.
It's at the theater in Arlington. I forget what it's called. Signature Theater, I think. But it was great. The singing was great. The acting was great. The comedy, timing, everything was great. It was really, really good. And it was all black cast, of course. So it was everything. I loved it. I'd never seen the movie, so I was glad that I got introduced to the story via play and via musical.
I still don't get the movie. I don't know. My sister used to love it. I don't know why.
I understand that it's a classic. And so I respect that it's a classic, but I don't understand I love this movie so much. It's only because of how sad the story is.
Yeah.
I understand.
People fucking love that shit. I was like, is it because Oprah looked horrible in the bitch?
It's like I don't get that part. Because the quotes and stuff that I just have heard inevitably over time, I'm like, this don't sound like a happy movie.
It's not. I know for a fact it's not.
And I was like, if it's anything like Beloved, because I saw Beloved as a child and was traumatized. So I kind of just stayed away from the Color Purple. I was like, I seen Beloved once and that was enough for me. So I just been avoiding it. But I know that there is a happy-esque ending in terms of how the tables turn in that story. But still, overall, it's very sad. It's 3 hours of some sad up and down shit.
Period.
And so I tend to not love those type of films. But I am going to watch it now that I saw the play. And at least now I know the plot already. So I feel better knowing the plot. I'm one of those people who you will not ruin it for me if you tell me.
Right.
Because I want to know.
Right.
I'm going to enjoy all the nuances throughout it either way.
Period.
So if it's well done at least.
Period.
But so yes, well that's our catch up, y'all. There's a lot going on in career land. But overall I'm optimistic. So
yeah, that's good.
I'm so excited to tell you about the other news. So I can't wait for that. Let's do our second sip and then get into with it or not.
Okay. Second sip. What we got going?
Oh, yum, yum, yum. Oh, God, that's so good. Okay.
Second
sip is another vermouth. We are doing... Oh, actually. I put it in the wrong order on the outline. But that's okay. Because I want to do both of the Bianco vermouths back to back. So this one is Bresca Dorada Italian vermouth.
Okay.
This is produced in Sardinia, Italy.
Okay.
Primary botanicals are myrtle berries, Genetian artemisia, orange, lemon, and mint.
Awesome. Gentian.
Gentian. What did I say? Genetian? Child. Gentian.
Because I think it's a root. I think gentian
Yeah,
root.
I think gentian. I think you're correct. Yeah. Source: a combination of wild foraged Sardinian herbs and cultivated citrus from sea level up to 800 meters. The gentian is from the Alps.
Okay.
And it's 38 proof.
Okay.
And a little bit about the method of production. So the base wine is a demi-sec and made from organically grown native Sardinian grapes, Nasco and Malvasia. Malvasia del Capodanno. So Nasco grapes and Malvasia del Capodanno grapes.
Okay.
It's very niche. I love it. It is aged at least 2 years prior to infusion, including part-time on skins.
Okay.
Botanicals are infused in neutral grain spirit for 14 to 60 days, some individually and some together, then combined with wine and rested for 30 days, unfiltered and no color added.
Wow.
So the color on this is gorge, for starters. It's definitely giving gold.
Absolutely.
Like, giving what, medium gold?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it ain't pale.
It's definitely not pale.
And it's gorgeous.
It's pretty as fuck. That's a nice orange hue to
and
it.
then a completely different experience with this vermouth.
You can smell the gentian.
I mean, it's giving
I don't know if you've ever
savory.
smelled gentian before.
Not by itself.
So when I did a bitters class, like make your own bitters class when I was with Santa Teresa. It was like one of my first ever workshops. And so I bought all these things. Gentian. It also smells a little like mace. But it's hard to explain what that is close to. I say it's like, you know, like in the bark and root family. Like, it's kind of like medicinal in a way that's not like cough syrup medicinal, but like more of Chinese shop medicinal, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah.
you
No, it
go
does.
to get these herbs, you go to go get something right.
Because that's a
and get
very
it hooked up.
specific,
You know, like it's that type of medicinal smell to it. Also,
It's like sweet and savory and spicy, but like in one bite or in one waft.
for me, it gets like cacao a little bit, like
A little
dry
bit, yeah,
cacao.
exactly. But like powdered cacao or
Powdered.
something like that, yeah. There's a sweetness here that's almost giving, it's like maple,
Oh yeah,
but it's almost like maple that I kind of tossed around in a cast iron or something, like, for lack of a better, like, it's like spent time on some heat.
yeah. It also has this like, what's the word I'm looking for? When you said iron, like not metallic, maybe,
But
like,
yeah, exactly. Because it's not giving like
Smells it?
aluminum,
Yeah.
but it's giving like, that's why I say it's almost like maple that spent time in a pan of some kind.
All
I'll
right.
tell you
here
what,
we
it
go.
smells great.
It does. I would spray this on myself.
This would make a good perfume. Palate is different. It's tannic.
Coffee.
You can definitely taste that time it's spent in the oak.
Yeah.
2 years,
Oh,
it definitely makes its presence felt.
you could definitely tell that the sugar is less than the last one. Like it's not as coating my mouth as much as the last one. But coffee came first for me. Like
Yep.
coffee bean.
Raw coffee bean too. Not even like if you bit into a raw coffee bean.
Ooh, that bittering agent is long.
Yep, it's
Like-
throughout the whole sip. It dries out kind of nice, but the front of my mouth still stays a little like it's like a little acidic, like mouth watering still around the front. Meanwhile, it's like dry towards the back.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of going in waves of drying me
Chocolate.
out, but then making me
It is.
making my mouth water. Like that is interesting.
though.
It's like first your mouth's dry, now it's watering. Then your mouth's dry, now it's watering. Now you're salivating, but now it's dry.
But for
Meanwhile,
real,
it's bitter.
For real though, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
I get that orange, but it's like bitter orange peel.
Yeah. Yep.
It's almost like, it's interesting. It's like a batch of herbs and potatoes that would have been put together for either like to start making some bitters or to maybe go in some gin. Instead went in wine.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's really what it's given.
That's just that orange, just all in the nose too.
It is definitely in there. I don't think they specify which citrus they use. Oh no, they did orange and lemon. Okay, they did specify. And that lemon presence is there too, but the orange is just more pungent.
Definitely. That's tasty.
And I get hints of like a mint presence on the nose, but not on the palate as much.
No, yeah.
It's definitely
Ooh.
tasty. What cocktail would you use this in? Would you use
I
like
was
this in like a
thinking that.
martini? Because I think it's a dry vermouth.
It would have to be with a gin that just complemented the botanicals.
Yeah,
so
it would
well.
need to be like one
Like,
of
I
those
couldn't
gins we
do-
tried in maybe the tipsy episode, like where it's not too much happening,
Yeah.
so they're not battling for space in the
Right,
botanical
absolutely.
department.
I mean, I would really though. I would do a bamboo with this. Fino sherry, dry vermouth split. Like, I think that's what I would
sherry,
do.
dry vermouth
Orange-
split,
orange
and that's
bitters.
the cocktail.
That's it. Yeah.
Ooh, and it's served up.
Yep. That would be
I gotta
really
try that.
tasty.
I've never tried that. I tried a Fino
I kind of
finished
want olives with this. So I kind of just want this on the
Oh,
rocks with olives.
with olives.
That's all I want with this.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I want some salinity, some salt,
Some salt for
some
sure.
brine.
Ooh, now I
going.
want like to do a cheese board.
I know.
I want to make a cheese board with all my salties and sweets and
But
crackers.
For real,
And,
like we should definitely do a cheese board and then like a vermouth board next to it. I don't know how that would look, or like around it that adds to like it's another layer of
ooh, that just gave me an event idea, soul palette
Yeah.
event idea.
a layer of vermouth around.
Do like different
and different
stations.
crafts.
Never mind, I ain't giving y'all my ideas, but
No, we're not talking to y'all about
note
this no
to
more.
self. I'm gonna put a
Put it
pin in
in
that
file.
one. I'm gonna put a pin in that
Put it on top of it.
one. Nah, fact.
But what's going on with our with it or not? Because we got some good ones.
Child. All right, y'all. We got some things for with it or not today. I ain't even do a question of the day and none of that.
No,
got
we
enough
talking.
going on
So-
right now. So the first one was the one you sent me.
Yeah. So
Regarding, what was it? Idris, right?
It was Idris Elba, and I saw this. Of course, I see a shit ton on Instagram.
It will share the link to what we're
shit,
looking
sorry.
at.
Yes.
On the description.
Of course. So Idris Elba made his daughter audition for his new movie, and she didn't get the role. She got mad and didn't speak to him for 3 weeks.
And that's obscene. First of all, just
First
the 3
off,
weeks
spoiled
part is
ass.
obscene.
Shut the fuck up,
How
bitch.
entitled are you, bitch?
Come on now. Sorry, she's a child, but still.
Yes, not period.
He could have pulled some strings like other races do for their kids.
So,
This
this
is
prompted-
giving. Good.
now go ahead. What's it giving?
It's giving privileged.
It is. It's giving privilege.
It's giving.
It's giving entitled. It's giving deluded.
It's giving. I've never
giving
lived
privilege.
anywhere where I couldn't get something. You know, as I put my hand out, I always get it. Like, no.
And so I was thinking about it, and it just made me think: as her parent, does he owe it to her to guarantee her a role in any projects that he's either working on or part of or whatever?
No. Why would it?
I still think that even if you have the luxury of being able to get your foot in the door a little easier than someone who's just cold calling or responding to an open cast call,
Yeah.
that's different because I believe in nepotism.
Yeah.
I believe every other culture does it. Why not us?
Right.
So I am here for a good dose of nepotism for sure, but I still think you have to earn it.
Yeah, like if you aren't great at acting better than that other woman
If this is not for you, then it's
you
not for
can't be
you.
in
I
this.
can't force it to be for you
No.
because then
You want me
that-
to have a bad movie because you suck at acting?
it fucks with the validity of his projects.
Like, period. No.
Like now we're gonna have to be on Black Twitter going in on your daughter because she got a role she wasn't built for.
Period.
And now we're talking about how we're distracted by her bad acting and being like, we know your father just handed you this shit. Idris. This is what we doing, Idris. Like, now Black Twitter is mad at Idris.
Period. Like, we done
And
gone
we do
the
not
whole
need
universe.
Black
Like,
Twitter to
It's
be
giving
on.
no.
No.
Like, I mean, like, I get that too, right? Like, you've seen parents, like, get their son or daughter's jobs at where they work. Or,
Yeah.
you know, you do that for your family.
But
Absolutely.
if the daughter is showing up late every day or
They will be fired.
fucking with productivity, fucking with income, output,
You gotta go.
input, you gotta go.
you gotta go. Like,
Baby, it don't work like that.
if your quality doesn't stand up, if the quality of your work is not standing up,
to the standard that's being upheld by this institution, then you have to move on.
I don't know what to
And
tell
if
you.
it's not up to par because of the fact that I am to you who I am to you, then you need to go work for a complete stranger who doesn't give a fuck about you. If that is what's going to make you step up to the plate.
Like-
Because who has time to fucking babysit
No.
and do all of that? But no.
No one.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not. We're not even getting close to it.
We're not touching that with a
But
10-foot
for
pole.
me, what really kind of ticked me off was the other races do it for their kids.
And she's correct. But to that effect,
So you just saying you
should
wanna,
we allow our kids to take all of the available shortcuts just because our counterparts do it, i.e. white kids getting bought into Ivy League schools with 0 qualifications?
I think
Like,
it's a balancing act there.
It's a balancing act.
I think there are definitely moments of, yeah, if these motherfuckers get to do it, we should definitely get to do it because it benefits us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If that shortcut is a beneficial shortcut, yeah, go ahead. Let's get it.
Yeah.
But this is a very selfish shortcut she's trying to take that doesn't actually make you better in the long run.
Yeah. I think it'd be different if he's like talking to the dean of some school who happens to be his friend or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Get your fucking
that's
daughter
different.
in that educational space.
Yes. But what she does with that education that was then handed to her is for her to either take it and run with it or fuck up fumble the ball.
Right. This movie,
He
though,
can't hold your hand through every fucking thing.
this $1 million, $1 trillion project that I'm a part of.
That I'm probably not funding, or if I am, I'm probably not the primary financier. And so...
No. It's giving, go ahead and hop on your TikToks. You'll make money there, too.
If you want to showcase your acting chops, my guy, get an acting coach.
Come on.
Start doing some skits or something. Like, get creative, because the kids are
and,
getting creative.
Don't act like your dad isn't going to put you in other roles, nigga. Like, your dad is Idris. He's going to still give you opportunities.
Child.
But being in a movie with me?
No. If you didn't earn it, I got you the audition and you fumbled the ball. I can't rethrow you the ball and slap the hands with the quarterback and say, throw it back to my daughter again. No.
I don't know
what to tell you, sweet.
Okay, look, because...
Baby, needless to say, nah. We know it.
You need to audition.
Repeatedly, apparently.
And honestly, you should be honored that your dad wants you to audition. Because he can also now see, like, do we need to work on something
exactly
here? How can I get you to the point that you can be in a
God
movie?
forbid he didn't, like, he could not care, right? And just want to appease her and throw her in something.
Right.
And now she's in deeper waters than she can swim in.
Yeah.
And then you set her up to now look crazy.
Right.
And then now we got production, quiet as it's kept. They murmuring in the background like, we knew she wasn't qualified for it, but Idris gave her the part. I mean, hey.
And do you get more parts that way? Do you? If it's not on your actual merit. Like,
and a lot of times, if somebody's just handing their kid something like something like that, like an acting role or some shit like that, they're probably not doing the best job.
No.
Like, it's very rare that someone just is born into acting chops and shit. Like, I've
never heard of it.
No.
I've never heard
It's
of
a
it.
muscle that has to be flexed and worked on like everything
Period.
else. So,
Child.
that was a nice try, baby
She
girl.
can take her, yeah.
That was a nice motherfucking try. Like, because baby girl, it's a no for me.
What we got coming up? What's this?
Child, this the other one you sent me.
Oh shit, I be sending shit like shit.
That I was just like, what the entire
Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. It's the airport thing, isn't it?
No, not that one. That's the one I sent you. That's the third one.
Oh.
No. That is the second one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I jumped to the third one. My bad. So let me open this again. So yes, this is the airport one.
Okay.
So this is where I don't even remember what airline it was. Oh, Spirit Karen got her ass touched.
Almost.
Okay, she almost got her ass mollywopped.
He did kind of tackle her.
He definitely tackled her ass down to the ground. But we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put the screen grab of this video up on the video for y'all, so you can see what we talking about. But I'm also gonna share the link. So, long story short, y'all, this white lady gets into some sort of back and forth verbal altercation with a black dude who I think works at the airport, if not for the airline, and decides that she's going to take it upon herself to put her hands on him. Yeah. She tries to like shove him, and there's like another employee that's in between them trying to like, de-escalate it, but she's like reaching past him and doing all this like she about that life. White girls like to jump like they about that life and get real froggy because they hope somebody's going to protect them at the end of the day. So she jumped out there and he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good sir.
Did.
Gave her some grace when there was a person in between them, but when I think she like either slapped him or something like
she
that.
Does.
Like,
I was trying to rewatch
she like
it.
actually puts hands on him.
Yeah, so she pushing him again. Somebody gets in between. And then she smacks him in the face.
That's what it was. She smacked. Oh yes. Okay, so she hit him with the
and she tackled
like
that ass.
And then
she went, oh, got her. Oh, yes, that's so happy.
So he tackles her ass, and rightfully so. Now he ain't get to hop on. He ain't hopping on top of her and bludgeoning her face. Or
almost
anything,
did though.
but he tackled her ass, and I know she felt it.
Yeah,
because it was giving whiplash the way she hit that ground.
Okay.
And that's what the fuck she gets.
He also got her with a
whap. Yes, whopped her ass right on back. And so my question for With It or Nah,
right?
Is there ever a circumstance when a man hitting a woman is justified, in your opinion?
That was it.
Yes,
I
agree.
That
there are some people who just don't believe under any circumstance
protection and to check you. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think so. Now, when I say check you, I think like if I always believed if you have gotten touched first, and retaliation is a retaliation, like that. Like I have now. When it comes to that, I do think there's a threshold. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think like if it's a retaliation, bop, you got that bitch. Now it's like a split up. Let's split up. I don't think it needs to be retaliation. And I'm getting you like near death. Like I don't think that.
No, I think there's absolute levels.
Yeah,
I'm not about to try to kill you unless I feel like my life is in danger.
Period.
Now, the second I feel like my life is in danger, the first blunt object I find is going across your temple. Sorry.
Right.
It's either me or you.
Right.
But I definitely feel like in this instance for sure, I think it's always case by case, but in this instance for sure, I think he was justified in his response.
Right.
Because who the fuck are you to be slapping somebody across their fucking face? I mean,
she could have left
it alone. She reached back, baby.
And around someone else.
And she did it twice, so she missed the first time and went back and did it again. Oh, child. Because and those same people who feel like there's never an instance where a man should hit a woman are those same people who feel like men can't be victims of domestic abuse, and I don't agree with that either.
I don't agree with that at all whatsoever.
I do not agree with that
because women can definitely abuse. First off,
physically, emotionally, mentally, verbally, sexually, all of that.
Women are also killers. Like, let's stop acting
women
like women
are in positions of power and have abused said power. So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
It's real as fuck. That's real.
So I am not with anybody saying that there is just not a circumstance ever where a man can hit a woman back if they are threatened or they are hit and all of that. No, absolutely not. Because once you make that swing, you jump out there with it, you are now engaging in an altercation, a physical altercation with another person.
Yeah.
What they have between their legs is neither here nor there at that point, because you didn't consider that when you reached out there with it.
Yeah.
Did you think about the fact that I'm slapping a man?
Right. Because
in the instance, because you can't control how a person responds, so in the instance they decided to respond with a slap back, you had to have considered that before you made that second attempt to slap him. So baby, you thought about it. You went through the cognitive process.
You did.
And made the decision within yourself that it was worth it to jump out there, regardless of what happened next. And you got that tackle.
Yeah.
And you got that pop right across your cheek.
Yeah.
And you earned every bit of that response, sweets.
Period.
Like there's just... Like, why are we?
Why are we?
Why are we?
So wire me.
And they better wire that man because she reached first. Okay?
She reached first.
So wire that man his.
That shit was crazy. I remember when I watched it the first time, I was so excited that he hit that bitch. I was so excited.
When I saw that, I was like, ooh, damn.
So last part of this though,
go get.
At the end, let's talk about my black brothers. Don't come and defend this white bitch in front of my face, and then you want to I don't even know if they knew each other or what. Because if they did know each other, if he did know that white woman, where was he in the beginning?
Why didn't he check her before it got too far?
Don't be coming over here and defending her. I'm sorry, just don't.
No.
Don't. There's no way.
You can't defend wrong.
No, don't.
No.
And then act like you want to get bucked. Like, you want to start this too? You already see I put
Do you
hands?
want this smoke? I'm already ready. I'm already on 10.
Like, touch me. Yes, I'm running after this bitch. Yes, I tackled her. And what? Get out of the chokehold, my black brothers. Get out of the damn
fucking
chokehold. You did not need to save that white tears. You didn't.
No.
You didn't.
No.
Mm-mm.
Get out of the
She don't need
chokehold
you.
of white tears and needing to be that savior for the whiten. And get out of the chokehold.
They made King Kong for a reason, y'all.
Version of salmon that exists on the planet. Honorary win it or not.
That's what I wanted to. Oh, that's what I wanted to play at the beginning of this. I was like, what was it I wanted to play at the beginning?
Find that clip and
of
play
this?
it.
Oh my god! Oh my
Honorary win it or
god!
not,
Oh my god! Oh my
Speaking
god!
of chokeholds,
Where is it? Oh my
we need
god!
to get out of the chokehold
that
of
was so
feeling the
funny.
need to dry all the white tears.
Oh my
And we need to get out of the chokehold of feeling like every seafood dish we make has to be salmon. Fricasseed salmon.
Cue music.
I wanted to speak to my black people and letting y'all know that there are more types of fish than salmon. Since we let go of tilapia, salmon has put y'all in the most disturbing of chokeholds. You've seen the salmon rice, salmon in the Berea juice, salmon nuggets and bits and
Bites.
Y'all have fried it and poured Hennessy on it. And in the most desperate of times, I have now seen y'all braid the salmon. Cornroll it, if you will.
Or cornroll it,
And I'm just here, to hold us accountable and just release you from it. Hey, y'all. I wanted to speak to
Baby.
Bruh.
Can you please play that one more time?
Oh my god.
Up into bits and bites. Because that's I've lost it at bits and bites.
salmon.
Okay. I
Let
lost
go of
it.
tilapia. Salmon has put y'all in the most disturbing of chokeholds. I've seen the salmon rice, salmon in the Berea juice, salmon nuggets and bits and bites. Y'all have fried it and poured Hennessy on it. And in the most desperate of times, I have now seen y'all braid the salmon. Cornroll it,
If you will.
Baby. Baby. Oh, God. That's the best.
Oh my god.
The best.
Bruh,
Everything
and
from
I
the
blame,
boys.
and the people that played that shared this video, Seafood Network.
Every other
I
dish is
blame
salmon.
them. I blame them.
Every other dish that they
I'm
make
like-
is fucking salmon. I didn't realize they had like 1.3 million followers. I was like, oh, y'all just...
I still follow them though. I really love. I can't.
First
eat
of all,
some
I
this shit,
love
but-
the fucking sea bass dish that they made while talking about the
Okay,
salmon. Because I
first
plan
off,
to make that.
Yeah, it should
So
look good.
I
as fuck.
appreciate the whole reel in
Yeah.
its entirety.
So
Great packaging.
hilarious.
That shit was fucking great.
Oh my god! I watched
Someone-
that so many times.
And bits and bites.
Y'all have fried it and poured Hennessy over it.
You know the other
Oh my God.
salmon joint that I like? The fucking girl who be doing the pronunciation videos for the different words.
Uh-huh.
And she did this fucking video talking about how salmon has gotten us in a chokehold. We want to say salmon so bad and pronounce the L so fucking bad. Like, just adding extra shit that isn't even necessary. Now, I gotta find her video because I'm gonna
That
share
is
that
so
one with y'all
funny.
too.
But for real,
oh my god!
though,
But that shit
yeah,
is hilarious.
Because it was so funny. Because we were talking. Did we say something that tails? I think.
About salmon, I think we were
Somebody
talking
said
about
something about, but it's been coming up how much salmon is just like
how
everywhere.
many different iterations of salmon people are trying to do and call themselves
Oh
a
my
chef
God.
doing it. And it's just
God, the
like,
fish is gonna go extinct. Do you know that there isn't a lot
Do
of
you know
salmon
we're
in the sea?
overfishing?
Leave it alone.
please recognize that we're
I say that, but I love
overfishing
me
to
some
the point
crabs.
where we're farm raising salmon.
Yes,
That is how
exactly.
much salmon y'all motherfuckers is out here bitting and biting and nuggeting.
And braiding.
And corn rolling,
If you will.
So, moral of the story, give it a break.
That is
Try
so
a piece
funny.
of branzino, some
That is
sea
so
bass, if you will.
funny.
Some
It's so
whitefish,
hilarious.
some fucking red snapper.
Fucking
Like,
so funny.
I love the salmon though.
Shouts out
but
to that
shit
woman.
was hilarious. Shouts out to that lady.
Let me see. Oh, I don't
Lady,
know
shouts out
but
to
so
you, my
great.
sweets.
I fucking love it.
Because that shit was fucking hilarious.
That was so funny.
Now let's do our third sip and get into our third with it or not.
Okay, child. What we got?
So, our third sip, we're back to Bordiga in Piedmont, Italy.
Okay.
Now, this is the Bordiga Vermouth Excelsior.
Ooh.
So the Bordiga Spirits Company was founded in 1888, as we said, and released its first vermouth in the same year. Its historic ties to East African colonies. With its historic ties, to East African colonies, this red vermouth was made with the inclusion of rare spices along with Nebbiolo wine, like the region's famous Barolo wine, and alpine herbs, imparting a wonderful depth of dry herbal flavor.
Okay, here we go.
Now, this one is definitely giving, like, rich red fruits, but also, like, a smokiness of, like, a roasted coffee, maybe.
Definitely roasted coffee. For me, it's like plum, fig.
It almost reminds me of the fig jam I have in the house.
It has that gentian thing going on, too, there. That, like...
That herbaceous, savory-esque.
Yeah. Medicinal...
The sweet is definitely there.
Not barkwood, but, like, medicinal, like, root...
Yeah.
Spice type of feel.
Barky vibes, though.
It's also giving kind of like potpourri. That
Yeah,
makes any
something
sense.
like
those
a
bags
quality
of
one.
Yeah.
Not like those like dollar store bags that you can get that are like horribly offensive in smell.
Yeah, no.
But like one of those more elevated ones, I definitely get where you're going with it. There is such a difference, y'all. For anyone who has smelled the different levels of potpourri,
it really is.
You know what we mean. Yeah, that sweet is like really there. And it's almost like Demerara syrup sweet.
I was going to say the same thing. I literally was just about to say that.
Along with those ripe red fruits.
But I feel like I gotta dig my nose in there, kind of.
Yeah, it doesn't jump right out at you, which I like.
Me too.
Which I like. I mean, you tasted that wine presence is definitely there, that red wine essence. And I actually like Nebbiolo wine, so I can get that from this.
Huh. That was really
a lot of
tasty.
Italian wines are very tannic, so you get those tannins there.
Yeah.
There's some like dark chocolate, like raw chocolate kind of
Yeah.
essences happening in there.
You get the bittering going on. Raisin.
Yes. Raisin for sure.
A lot of raisin.
Almost approaching prunes, too.
Yeah.
Like, mouth-watering on the outsides of my tongue. Tannic right in the middle of my tongue. That is interesting. We've been having some fun kind of, like, moments of, like, placement between the acidity and the tannins, like, where it sits on the palate.
Absolutely. I want to, once again, just soda water. That's it. That's all I want with this. Soda water. I want a grapefruit peel.
I want a Negroni with this.
I recently found out I'm a Negroni fan.
Stop it for me!
It's so funny. Like
it has to be very specific for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I love Bar Hill Tomcat Negronis specifically. This with that Bar Hill Tomcat gin.
No, I see that for sure.
That, yeah.
I think
and then with this aperitivo instead of Campari, once you taste it, you'll get it.
I was just about to get to that. I think for me, I'm no longer in the Campari chokehold. Like, I'm out
of the Campari chokehold. There are much better bitter aperitifs out there.
Yeah.
Now, love you, Dwayne. Sorry to say that, but
you have so many other brands that I love.
That's true. But because I've tried so many nice aperitivos, like that's out of Italy too, but just some more smaller producers that are making really great aperitivos. Like, I am loving all the other ones that I'm trying right now. So I ain't gonna say their names because they ain't sponsoring this episode, but there are some other aperitivos out there that I really love.
That's what's up.
I got out of Campari Choco a while ago.
But
that's not my go-to bottle.
I do love a Ray and Nephew Campari shots now. Together.
Well, yes, that's delicious.
Ray and Nephew and Campari is fucking delicious.
It's fucking delicious.
Yeah. And they also do, Ray and Ting is a thing.
Really?
And Ray and Ting is a thing. I didn't know that, but it is.
Ting is in the drink?
The first time I had it was at BCB when we went to see some bar had reopened or repopped up. It was in that. We had to buy the drinks. It was like the only place we had to buy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that one. It was a ranting. Then I saw it again at the Appleton Ray and Nephew party in New Orleans. That was so much fun.
Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to go to that one, but that was when I saw the videos.
And they were doing ranting there, and I was like, "Go ahead, give me a splash of Campari in that motherfucker." It was so good.
Now that sounds good.
Yeah,
with
it was
the
so
ting
good.
too.
Yeah, it was
that
so
sounds
good.
bomb. Because that's grapefruit, right? Or do they have different flavors? It's grapefruit.
Yeah.
Only one else I've seen
I
is
think it's
grapefruit. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, that shit is delicious.
So
I love that.
we love it. We love it.
Bordiga, y'all doing the damn thing with the Vermouth sweets.
Well, talking about that, let me go pick up my small ass Ray and Nephew bottle.
Ooh, yes.
Because if this Aperitivo is giving, I might just go ahead. Turn it up a little bit.
Ooh, yes. And do a splash on air with y'all. Okay, so our third with it or not, y'all.
Okay. Yes. Which one?
In today's fuckery news,
oh yeah.
in more, how else can the white man offend us?
And more, I ain't ready for the virtual world.
Yes, in more metaverse bullshit, there is now a white AI rapper.
Well,
I think that has now, since they've depowered his inner robot, whatever the verbiage is for they turned him off.
Oh my god!
But there's a virtual rap. I hate the fact that there's virtual rap. I'm sorry.
There's so many weird things happening virtually.
First with it or not on this already, right out the gate. I'm not with virtual rappers. Let's stop.
So
let the real rappers do their virtual concerts in the metaverse, and let's leave it there. We're going too far. It's already weird that people are wanting to live their life through a fucking Oculus and not engage in real human-to-human contact. It's already getting weird. But now we want to create virtual rappers. First one, not with it.
No.
Created by white executives. This rapper is repeatedly saying the word nigga, 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 like all this extra shit. This motherfucker is fucking moonwalking and shit past this fake ass Gucci wrapped car. It's just a lot happening. Okay, so the label that founded this thing is run by a white and an Asian guy.
Yes.
Let's start there. And his motherfucker. Let me give y'all a little preview of what's happening here. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna let's start that over. Like what? Like huh?
And like the nigga looks scary too.
He's
like,
fucking
the eyes
creepy
are
looking.
Fucking weird as fuck. Like,
and in that other video that you sent me, where they said what the inspiration was behind the look and all of that, that came through very clearly.
It's
supposed to be a mix of like XXX Tentacion and Tekashi 6ix9ine and Lil Pump, and like, now you've named all these non-black rappers that this is inspired by. But then you have the lyrics being written by a black, and I'm going to put it in quotes, rapper. Yeah. Because if this was the job you picked, I'm sorry. I don't know how much
Why did you let
I feel like I could really respect you as a rapper. Or I just can't necessarily respect you as an artist, I guess I should say. So, you've got this white virtual rapper saying nigga, 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 but you felt like it was okay because you had a black rapper behind the scenes writing the lyrics. And so, well, because our token nigga said it's okay and he wrote it, it's fine, right?
So I think the voice was also a black man.
But it's a white rapper.
It still doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter.
My thing is, you didn't even bother to make him an ethnicity that would have made this even. It's all weird, but it at least would have made it a tinge appropriate, I guess.
I don't know what he is.
Like, and even then, it's maybe.
Like, his skin color is tan. But
he literally just looks like one of these white rappers who happen to live in Miami.
Is weird,
and so he's in the sun all the time. And he looks like, if y'all have been listening / watching for a while now, you saw our episode where we was talking about the island boy. The island things and ting to ting ting.
Yeah.
It's giving that. But add nigga in it. And make it virtual.
For me,
and create this whole fake persona, fake lifestyle, fake, like he's got all these cars because he doesn't have to buy it. He's a virtual
He was
AI.
actually signed too. They actually like signed his ass.
I don't
to
even
a
understand how
label.
that works.
And then now the label doesn't want to like release. I don't understand how that works either.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, the virtual. Yep, y'all heard me. The AI virtual rapper was
Got signed to a label.
Doesn't make sense. So what's also getting me though, like just going into what's happening AI world, virtual world. What's also very scary about this type of shit that's happening right now, that computers are now making fake people that look like real people. Like they're putting together
It's
things
so creepy.
based off of just searching the internet. The AI is putting together like a face of a black woman that just looks like a black woman you probably could have seen down the street.
Yep. It's
Then
pulling from all, like, basically from having access to our cameras.
Yeah, it's pulling all of us.
And pulling the characteristics and piecing it together to create these AI people.
And big money people, white men, are using these faces to put to their companies and to their information.
Because technically they're not using any one particular person's likeness. And so that's how they get around a loophole of having to properly pay people. Yep.
And then we all think it's black owned.
They're going to start creating AI executives, slapping a black fucking tone on them, and calling it black owned. When they created this fucking digital version of a black individual because they still don't want to pay real humans of color.
Girl.
But they want the perks that come with association with blackness.
Right.
Nothing new. This is just yet another installation of how the white man wants to make money off of us without actually paying us.
Like, it's just.
I want to play the video that you sent me where the black girl breaks it down. Okay. So, let me pull this.
Mecca. Here's everything you need to know about the artificial intelligence rapper.
FN Mecca
was created by virtual record label Factory New and has gained over 10 million followers since joining TikTok in 2019. However, in the wake of all the controversy surrounding Mecca, Capital Music Group has severed all ties effective immediately with the virtual rapper. Their decision to cut ties with the project come after activist group Industry Blackout demanded an apology from Capital and called FN Mecca a direct insult to the black community and our culture. The group called the move to sign the rapper simply unacceptable and demanded that all funds allocated for the project are now directed to charitable organizations or black artists already on the label. Now, according to Anthony Martini, who is a Factory New founder, the computer-generated rapper is primarily an anonymous human rapper. He is a black guy and not this malicious plan of white executives. Still kind of weird. And according to music journalist Jack Morrell, who did some deeper diving,
I confirmed through some reporting that the rapper behind those songs was Kyle the Hooligan, who is black. FN Mecca's entire look is based off of Trippie Redd, Icy Narco, Lil Pump, and Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Either way, the stereotypes that FN Mecca play into, in addition to it being created by a white and Asian man but still using the N-word, is kind of sus to me. Could this be where music and technology is going, or will we look back in a few years and ask, who is FN Mecca? Here's everything you need to know about the artist.
Ciao.
So,
a mess.
On top of that, I want to play this one. And I don't think you've seen this one yet.
This woman doesn't exist. She was generated by
Oh, no, this is the fake black woman, y'all.
More time in online spaces. For example, first round of job interviews, talking with customer service representatives all night, attending a concert in the metaverse. We'll be interacting with AI-generated people more and more. And we'll even have a digitized version of ourselves in the metaverse. But what should happen if the person who owns, controls, and profits off of this avatar isn't a black woman? They speak on behalf of black women, say at a keynote speech in the metaverse. They pitch a story as a freelance journalist about black women. And because so much more of our lives will start to take place online, we really have no way of knowing who is behind this avatar. This was the topic of my TEDx talk, and it's something we all need to be paying attention to because it's already happening. This avatar fashion model, for example, who's booked some really big jobs, is owned and controlled by a white man. Technology will allow us to take on new identities, and in some ways that could be amazing, but it doesn't mean we should wholeheartedly accept people playing different roles without questioning the ethics behind it. Something we need to start thinking about.
I am not with white men owning and operating digitized fucking virtual people of color and making a profit off of it as a means to bypass actually paying genuine humans of color. This is dangerous as fuck. I really hope people are paying attention
having
to how dangerous this really is.
Conferences in the metaverse. That
Keynote speeches written by white people with a black face on it in order to still try to perpetuate their desired messages that they know will not be taken in if they're actively saying it out of their own mouths. So in an attempt to brainwash, bamboozle, hoodwink, and mindfuck the black masses, these motherfuckers are creating avatars of individuals that do not exist. Y'all don't see how scary that is?
That's scary as fuck.
I'm staying my ass out the metaverse. I don't want no parts.
I'm never gonna be in
And
it.
if I ever go into the metaverse, it's to be a fly on the wall. But I don't want y'all pulling my face and digitizing pieces of my face to make your fake bitches. I don't want that.
Your fake bitches. But also, it's just like,
It's exhausting.
will we ever escape the chokehold of white people?
I think
Like, that
I
is
think
about
we'll
to be...
never escape the attempts of white people to continue to try and chokehold us, right?
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, we're also not going to stop fighting to get out of said chokehold. And we're not
Yes.
going to stop rejecting said chokehold.
I'm over the
And so I
cycle.
think with every action, there's going to be an equal but opposite reaction.
Yeah.
But as technology continues to develop, it's like that's where voting matters and policy change matters, and like being
Yeah.
able to implement things to like prevent this from being. There has to be an ethical precedent set
It has to be.
to prevent this type of thing, because
has
it's a
to be.
fucking. We have to be able to know, one, who owns that avatar, that
Right.
person, because it's not a person, it's an avatar.
But see,
who
that's
the person
not
that
gonna
owns that
happen.
avatar, that needs to be public, like
Because
information.
people want... Well, it's not, because it's like, that's going to have to be everybody, right? Like, somebody's going to want to be different in the
For
worst,
sure,
right?
but
So it's like,
so
if
that's
I
where
wanna
like
have a-
catfishing and all that shit is like
Exactly.
yeah.
it's
Bitch.
like, where do you...
Ooh, and speaking of catfishing, bitch, there's a Netflix documentary you gotta watch. It's The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
This pro football player, all throughout his college career, thought he had a girlfriend that never existed. It was this dude who actually later identified as a trans woman, but was online pretending to be this other person, pulling pictures of a person they went to high school with, a girl they went to high school with, creates this whole other identity. And I mean, went through all the lengths to lie. They spoke on the phone. He's using a voice changer to sound like a woman. All this stuff. Went through this elaborate ass scheme and like killed the girl off when it came time to really have to like show up. Like, first of all, the poor dude, he was in college, right? Great football player.
Died?
Thought his girlfriend died right after his grandmother actually died. So his grandmother actually dies. Meanwhile, he's thinking that his girlfriend is battling cancer. So he's calling every day and doing all this, like to the point where he's got the dude thinking, he as in the catfisher, has a dude thinking that his girlfriend is on a respirator in a coma, and like there's like the sounds of a fucking respirator in the background. So he's calling to talk to this person, thinking that his calls are helping her to get through. Then gets a call like a day, I think, maybe even after finding out his grandmother passes. Gets a call from her cousin, actually him, but he was on her Facebook as a cousin to try to make it all tie in. So he's getting a call saying that the girl done died. Has this whole like moment. He played this football game in honor of his grandmother, and his girlfriend like used it as fuel to get through the game and all this, and it was all this news around it, just for there to be an investigation later when they find out that the girl don't even exist. Some like news reporter found out the girl don't exist, but it got twisted in the media as if he had something to do with it, the football player. No. When really he was fucking bamboozled.
Oh no.
Like it was a whole thing.
Why would I make up my girlfriend dying?
Like it affected his fucking professional career. Like he was a prospect to be a first round draft pick. He wound up not getting drafted till like I think the second round. He was like one of the last picks
Because of this?
Because of all of the talk around it. There were people like making constant jokes about him having this girlfriend that didn't exist, and like now it's jokes about like, well, is he really gay? And this is how they trying to play it off because they found out the person behind it was a dude, and like, but they actually were able to prove like this bitch went on Dr. Phil and everything. Like Dr. Phil put him on the spot and made him go behind a thing so you couldn't see who it was, put the voice thing up and actually speak as if they were talking to the guy. And so it was proof that like this can be done. Like he could fool somebody.
Yeah.
And so even with all of that, just all the jokes and all the news fodder and everything, it made people kind of question him, which sucks.
I would put a hit out on you.
Oh shit. Once I found out you really a nigga, we fighting. I'm sorry.
Putting a hit out on you, bro. I don't give a fuck. I got niggas to do it.
Tackling.
I'm good.
Tackling the shit out your ass. Mm-hmm. So
I'm putting a hit out on your ass.
That is worth watching. So
and you fucking with my professional career?
Fuck with his professional. He could have made millions more dollars as a first round draft pick.
Fuck that.
And it fucked with his confidence, so your confidence is affected. You're questioning yourself now, and all this like. So now you can't trust anybody. Like it's just a lot of trauma that comes with that.
Fuck.
So, bitch, I say all that to say all this catfishing and shit out here. Now we enabling people to make whole avatars that look like real people,
it's about to be
so that they can catfish even more.
It's gonna be a problem, and we've been seeing this coming, right? We like movie wise.
I was going to say they kind of Black Mirror kind of talked about this.
Come on,
with that video game joint where they fucking in the metaverse.
Come on, this shit has been seen. This has been seen. But for me, my drop of jaw comes in that I am constantly. I don't know why. I'm always appalled at how people about to get their money. Because these niggas go to great lengths to make the trillions of dollars.
My thing is, you know what?
And it's not even like great lengths, but like to bamboozle everybody.
No, they're going to great lengths. This is going to great lengths. And the kicker of it all is, if we continue to treat the earth the way we're treating it, most of y'all motherfuckers not going to be alive long enough to spend all this shit that you busy fucking making.
Child,
that's the shit that keep me up at night.
They're going to be dying in space. All y'all niggas want to go to space.
You know
go
what?
Die. Go.
I know what the fuck they're gonna happen in space. They're gonna fucking die. Whether either they're gonna die by a native creature to that planet,
you're gonna die by
they're gonna die by a fucking meteor,
you're gonna die by actually a small piece of something that just hits the ship,
or inhaling the wrong type of gas.
Up.
You gonna try to ingest the wrong type of liquid.
Not enough air.
Not enough fucking oxygen.
Bitch. I done seen too many space shows.
Motherfucker.
Space is death.
Or something is going to hit you en route to that planet. Because we can't control what's moving around up there in the universe.
A goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing.
Or something's going to vacuum suck you out of whatever gravitational pull you thought you had set up. Like there's just going to be all types of karmic shit that's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
In your attempts to go dominate yet another fucking planet instead of taking care of the one that you already know you can survive and live on.
Yeah.
There's so many rabbit holes I can go down right now with this whole topic of the earth. I just watched an episode of Black Market by Michael K. Williams, where he was talking about the black market of water, like our water supply, and how it is basically stolen and then controlled and monopolized in order to create profit. Because naturally, like literally, water is out here produced already for humans and species alike to just share.
Yeah.
Humans got to come in and fuck up the thing and create all of these fucking, like, cutting off whole sources of streams and shit to funnel this water into a place where they can control, filter, bottle, chemically enhance, whatever it is that they do, and sell it back to you.
Some P-Valley shit happening right now.
Like, it's so fucking disgusting when you really think about it. I'm so glad I'm not on, like, some shrooms or anything right now. I'd probably burst into tears. Like, the rabbit hole that you can go down when you realize
how evil humanity
really fucking is.
And it's just literally our natural behavior.
There are whole water companies fucking feeding people fucking water that's coming out doo-doo brown and rust and shit, and really telling people, oh no, it's safe to drink. It's just a mineral in the water that comes out that color, but it's safe to drink. Now, come on, bruh.
I'm not drinking that shit.
I'm not drinking that shit.
Literally.
But then
I'm not drinking
they
that
turn
shit.
around, and because they're taking their dear sweet time to fix that issue, guess what you're forced to do? live off bottled water, for brushing your teeth, for washing your body, for drinking, for cooking, for washing your dishes, because you can't use the water that's coming out of the faucet.
Let's restart. Let's restart. Let's
It's a sick cycle of fuckery.
Just next planet.
And it's like, I understand.
I need a new dimension. I can't do this. No
facts. It's almost like, please just put me in another fucking dimension.
Next life. Where is it? What is it? What's the parallel?
Because bitch, it's exhausting.
Just
to live here.
Restart.
It's exhausting to live here.
Let's put the pieces in different hands. Let's restart. Put the pieces in different hands and try again. Because I cannot.
I know I'm not perfect, but my God, I'm at least not evil. Like,
for money is
just for money, a man-made thing in the first place. Just to acquire more man-made things.
It is so insane.
And we all play our part in the capitalist cycle,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
But we're also born into a capitalistic system, so there's also an aspect of that where we're not given much of a choice either, in order to like even to survive you have to feed into the capitalist system. So it's not even about fuck thriving and getting the extras and the extracurriculars and the fucking discretionaries. It's like, before you even get to that, just to survive,
man, it hurts.
You're feeding into this capitalistic beast. It just sucks. It sucks.
So over cycles.
You see how all that talking about the metaverse just spiraled into all that? It's just crazy.
Burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
Burn it all! Fuck this shit! Restart! Come on!
Just wait till after I make my bunker, though. I need my bunker ready.
Restart.
Because
that's real.
I want to be able to observe what happens after.
The niggas that suck already got their bunkers made.
That's true. That's true.
We just need to.
That is true.
Just get us out of here.
I just need there to be some like one of they motherfucking great grands or something to just come out of nowhere with the upset where they inherit a ton of they fucking wealth, property, stocks, lands, whatever, and does a whole bunch of philanthropic shit with it as a big fuck you to their evil descendants.
Will it ever happen?
Where are those people?
Where are the Batman?
Where are those people?
But for real though, these niggas out here got enough money to be Batman.
Where are the Bruce Waynes? I mean, don't be out here on your vigilante shit. We don't need that.
No, but maybe
in terms of the philanthropic, I mean,
would very entertaining. Would be very entertaining.
I don't want to be in the city that you vigilante.
No,
because because
I'm not gonna be caught dead because you
in the crossfires of you trying to save Gotham.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
I'm good.
No.
And you bringing all the crazies out the woodworks because they want to challenge you. Nope, because now it's a game to challenge you by killing off us one by one. No.
So hilarious.
I'm good. But the philanthropic side of it all.
What kind of world would that's like superhero world is
crazy. Literally. Mental. Not one of these motherfuckers is sane. Ain't no way.
No one.
Niggas is traumatized.
At that point, I'm figuring out how to find a superhero best friend. I'm not gonna lie to you because you need to come to my rescue. I mean, that also puts a target on my back, but I'm gonna need to be.
It's a blessing and a curse because it's like I matter to you enough to save me.
I'm shaking,
but I also matter to you enough to be used as bait. So fuck.
Where do you work in Justice League Tower? What? Yeah, I just shake their cocktails for them.
Justice League.
Bitch, that's where I work. Cause that's gotta be hopefully the safest place.
I just shake their cocktails.
And at the same time, the most dangerous place. But I'm just like, fuck it, put me in. I'll be there. That's where I'm gonna be at.
Child.
Cause by God, if I die because a car flies into my bar,
bitch. Because you threw the car at the villain and I got caught in the crosshairs,
bitch, I'm gonna be pissed.
Or because you busy climbing up a fucking building and some giant alien shit is climbing up behind you and my windows get busted.
Just daily shit.
Like, just daily
That's
bullshit.
Funny as fuck. That is so funny.
Oh my God. I don't want to live in a superverse. I don't want to live in a metaverse. Keep me away from it.
Get out.
And keep it away from me.
Oh my God, that is so hilarious.
Fuck.
Okay, that is so funny.
Stressing me out.
For real though.
I'm ready for my fourth sip.
Let's go for a sip. That is so funny. I'm sorry, it is.
so bad.
They be acting like they saving these billions and billions of people by killing
thousands.
Like,
I've saved the planet. Minus the 100,000 that we just killed in New York City.
And I'm like, Superman,
What?
you can hear all this shit. Don't you hear all of the screams?
Like 9/11 didn't even kill that many people. And meanwhile, every year you just have this many casualties.
Just like
trying to save the planet.
Bitch. You know what though? I do not want superheroes because I'm pretty sure it would be just like The Boys, and so
exactly. No,
I'm okay.
With the way our fucking humankind is set up, it's The Boys.
It's all right.
It's not giving Avengers.
No.
And even
I'm
then,
fine.
in the Avengers, their egos got in the way. So no, there's no way to control that. Good people are gonna get fucking powers. Like
humans are trash,
controlling
so.
what they do with it. Absolutely not. So
yeah,
no.
fuck
Hell
no.
the fuck no.
Fuck no.
Speaking of, I gotta finish The Boys. I didn't finish the 3rd season.
Oh, bitch, it's good. The ending
Is it?
Oh, man, I'm so sad.
Oh fuck.
I'm sad.
Blondie's still alive? The angry guy?
Girl, you gotta watch it because the twist. I had kind of in my head. I was like, this better not be what I think it's gonna be. And then it happened. I was like, no.
Damn. Okay.
So
I'm gonna finish watching it.
It's.
I'm gonna watch that on one of them weekends where I have a bunch of cleaning or something to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4th sip, y'all. I believe it is pronounced Serene.
Yeah.
Sirene Apertivo. This aperitivo is made from organically farmed Trebbiano di Soave.
Okay.
Or Soave. We're gonna go with Soave.
Soave.
It is SOAVE.
Soave.
Trebbiano de Soave and Garganiga. That's an interesting one. So Trebbiano de Soave and Garganiga grapes. I love all these grapes I never heard of before.
Right.
Love it. As well as local herbs from Lake Garda, Italy. No chemicals or artificial coloring are used.
Huh.
So they compare this to an Aperol, but it does not taste exactly like an Aperol. But for those who just are curious about like a kind of a base point to compare it to, you can approach this the way you would an Aperol.
What makes it red?
I believe what makes it red is the
understood
color
what makes it red.
of the grapes. No? I think so.
Like this color red?
Yeah, let's see if we can. And I might be able to find something regarding this one in particular. So they say in their own notes to think Aperol, but unlike Aperol, this is not mass produced. So very small producers, very intentional about the production of this, which I love. Let me see. I think I still have some information opened about them, but I don't think they speak on how it's colored. You know what? I will add it because I will post about our tasting notes on this. I will ask Todd how they get the color in this one in particular, and I'll just kind of add that to my little notes when we post about it, y'all. But already on the nose, it is like, way better than an Aperol.
Are aperitivos fortified wines?
That's a great question. So I don't know if I guess they would be fortified if there is actual liquor included, like spirit.
Right. Okay.
Otherwise, it would be just aromatized, right?
Bitter tasting beverages have been consumed for whatever. Sorry. Exactly how these spirits are made is not shared publicly, so we can only cover the legal options here.
Okay.
What?
So, but do they talk about because this is considered aperitif? Do they separate it between digestifs and aperitifs?
They don't. They don't say aperitif in this book, which is weird. That's why
That's interesting.
Oh, sorry, aperitifs. Boom.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
These bitters are normally drunk along. They're calling them bitters. The bitterness is the spirit itself balanced with sweetness and aromas. Aromas are lifted and bright. Citrus fruits are commonly used. Mm-hmm. They are typically brightly colored,
but it doesn't say how.
Which includes bitter orange, rhubarb, quinine, and it's bright red. It's not saying why. Maybe the rhubarb. Aperol is orange.
So basically, what at least what we can deduce from what they're saying is that it does get the color from what it's infused with.
Right.
So, with that much we can tell because it's not giving like it's not giving like sugar or artificial. Like it's not giving like the colors coming from some sort of syrup. I will say that. So an aperitif, like an Aperol or Campari, they're considered bitters, not necessarily a fortified or aromatized like wine or anything.
Right. They're calling it bitters. A
bitter liqueur.
Liqueur, I guess.
Yeah, because there is sugar content that makes it a liqueur.
Right.
So.
All right, here we go. Oof.
It's super yummy on the nose for me.
It's medicinal. It's
very medicinal.
It's giving
medicinal, but also fruity.
There's a fruit there. I can understand.
It's like giving
rhubarb.
fruity, like cherry.
Yeah, I can understand rhubarb too.
Rhubarb, also citrus. Very much the oils.
Yeah. Oof. This style of sipping is not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
For real?
It's not my favorite. I understand.
You don't prefer the bitters.
I like the way they do help in cocktails. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the flavor in cocktails because it's balanced with other things. Mm-hmm. Like, by itself, a girl is not like, yo, let me shoot some Campari. Let me shoot some...
I don't like shots of Campari. I'm going to say that now.
Let me shoot some bitter stuff.
I can take a shot of this, though.
Let me see.
What I love about this on the palate is it doesn't jump out bitter at you. It's very approachable.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yes. Ooh, girl.
That's great. Mm-hmm. It's not too bitter.
Mm-mm. It's more, whereas I was smelling a little more tart than sweet cherry on the nose, I'm tasting more sweet cherry than tart on the palate. And there's what is it reminding me of? Wow. Something very specific is happening on the back of my tongue. You know what it reminds me of?
It reminds me of cashew butter.
Wow. What it reminds me of is burnt popcorn.
Okay.
Like popcorn that was in the microwave just a little too long.
I see what you're saying.
It starts to turn brown.
I see what you're saying. That taste that you're getting for the popcorn, I think that's what I'm getting for the cashew butter. Like,
yum. It's
like,
right on the back of my palate. Like sitting right there in the back.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That could even translate to like an overcooked butter, like brown butter that's approaching burned. Mm-hmm. Cause that could also apply to like maybe my burnt popcorn. Because I'm thinking like butter popcorn.
There was a moment where I was obsessed because I had never eaten peanut butter jellies. Mm-hmm. And it never dawned on me to get fucking cashew butter and make cashew butter and jellies.
I like almond butter.
So I was doing cashew butter with apricot jam.
Ooh, yum.
On toasted bread.
That sounds good.
I used to fucking love it.
That sounds fucking delicious.
I used to love it. I was so into it. I was like, cashew butter is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm. That sounds bomb.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was eating so much of that, and it's giving cashew butter on bread for me, which is so specific. But
this might be a nice sip to have with like a cashew butter and jelly sandwich or something.
I'm still gonna add a little Ray and Nephew.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I'll take a splash too. But yes, this is fucking delicious. The fruit definitely lingers. The cherry lingers. The finish on the cherry is a little medium. I'm not gonna call it long, but that like butter popcorn kind of vibe that I'm getting lingers on the back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It definitely lingers. It's good though. I love it.
It is tasty.
I love it. I've been doing my spritzes with it. Ever since I tried it.
Probably makes a wonderful
some
spritz.
Ice cold Prosecco. Oh my god, fucking bomb. Fucking bomb.
Ooh. Well, that's tasty.
Oh wow. And that splash was just enough.
Yeah.
Of the Ray and Nephew.
Now it's giving like apples.
It's giving apples. It's giving like orchard. Like I picked a few different apples.
Yeah.
And threw them in a basket. And you getting a little bit of that earth, that funk from the rum.
That was so nice. I'm really into this.
That plays together really nicely.
This really made me feel better after our conversation we just had. I was like, oh, my spirits are so changed now. No wonder why people drink. Like, man, you just be like in a moment, like, yeah, the world is burning everywhere. Woohoo!
Might as well drink to it.
Cheers!
And I just try to do the best I can with my own fucking carbon footprint. That's all I can control.
That's all we can do.
And support those organizations and individuals that I can that do the work. Like the scientists who are out here protesting places like Chase Bank,
Bitch, I was looking at, it was this thing on, I think Erica might have sent it to me, but it was like on the like BBC or some like London news, whatever.
Oh, BBC, yeah.
And the lining or the title on the screen was like, oh, we're preparing for a big heat wave. Like there was a big heat wave, I think it was like a month ago, like right before we went down to New Orleans, I think, all over the world. And the scientist was literally like, yeah, these are getting worse by the year, by our time. Like we really need to like start thinking about our planet heating up.
Not even
like,
start thinking about it, start acting on it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what he's like.
Yeah,
talking
we
about.
passed thinking about it.
And the fucking anchor, she goes, but I mean, it's not that hot, right? Like, we like hot weather. It's pretty nice out, right?
Like, bitch, this is not just mean we're all going to all of a sudden be living in a tropical climate. That's not what he's saying.
Did you watch Don't Look Up?
Yes, bitch.
It was literally
It was
that
pissing me off.
moment.
It was
It
pissing
was
me off.
that moment. Like,
Yeah.
when she was like, no, we're all going to die in whatever how many days.
And they're all making jokes and having fucking witty repartee back and forth about it on the
political
fucking news.
Fucking
And for political
agendas
gain,
and
like
propaganda
withholding
and-
information from the masses in order to serve their own political agenda.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
sorry. You getting voted into office doesn't mean anything if you're going to burn it to a crisp in the next fucking
48
year.
hours.
Literally, not even year. 48
only had 6
hours, my
months.
guy.
They only had 6 months.
And y'all sitting there worried about a fucking election.
It was when they looked up and they were like, "You lied to us." What do you mean? What do you literally? Everybody was literally like, "Just look at the sky."
Everyone was avoiding looking up.
And people said, "Don't look
It is
up."
such a valid, accurate
my
look
God, that movie
into
was so crazy.
people's desire for blissful ignorance.
Oh,
So bad.
Exactly.
If I ignore it, it doesn't exist.
And that is the issue with trying to move forward in our society in general. When it comes
Which is
to
why
race,
people,
when
exactly,
it comes to
people want to stay in all
gender.
these whitewashed neighborhoods that keep them focused on whitewashed issues and privileged
or when
issues.
they move to the city and start
They
to
want to
whitewash it on
change the way that
purpose.
city looks to accommodate what they want to see. It ties into all of that.
Literally.
It's it's fucking crazy.
It goes into the same. We were in the car yesterday and we were talking about gentrification. We were talking about like motherfuckers that come into a city, you know, they want to start shutting down shit and all this stuff. And Colin was like, he read an article somewhere and it was pretty much like they say gentrification, the sound of gentrification is silence.
Yeah.
The color of gentrification is white, bland,
Beige.
like,
With a hint of pink on a hot day.
Like if everything could be just covered, that's gentrification. Like and that's how white people have stayed in power for so long. Though
Yes.
also,
Yes.
is banking on the fact that motherfuckers don't want to know.
Yep.
They don't want to know. They don't want to deal with the hard shit.
They don't want to deal with the truth of it. Yep.
That's literally how they're getting it ahead. It has to be.
Ignorance is how they're able to get away with everything. Because once a person is educated on something, which is why education was withheld from black folks for centuries, because how else can you take advantage of an entire race of people? How else can you mentally control an entire race of people by keeping them ignorant?
Period. That's
As cliche as it is, knowledge is power ain't cliche because it ain't true.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
It is insane.
That movie was so annoying.
It was annoying as fuck.
I
only watched it
so
once because I was like,
I definitely watched it
twice.
twice. I watched it once regularly, then I watched it
I
another
was
time
so frustrated
on
the
shrooms,
first
and I
time.
was
Oh
like-
God, no! I'm not watching it on shrooms. No,
I was laughing because I was like, "Wow, this is real. This
Yeah.
is literally
This is
real
really
as
life."
fuck. Like, we go through this. We literally go through this, especially around election time. We go through this shit.
exactly. It's bullshit.
They're like, you can see it. They thought they had hope. They made a whole separate campaign to say, "Look up at the sky, y'all." The sky.
And people are always gonna ignore the person who's telling the truth when what they're avoiding is the truth, and so they're gonna lean into the lies that the media is giving you because that better serves the narrative that you hope is true, even though you know it's false.
The sky.
Bitch, bullshit.
Yeah.
Now I forgot I did actually put a question on here.
Oh.
It's a good one too.
All right, talk to me.
If you woke up one morning with the knowledge that you had 24 hours left before the world was ending, what are 3 things you would absolutely have to do?
All I have is 24 hours?
Yep.
I just have 24 hours. Mm-hmm. That's it.
24 hours before shit just goes up in smoke.
Go eat at the most fanciest restaurant.
Bitch. That's on my list, too.
Somehow find a way to get money to eat. Or, fuck it, just
the world about to end. Shit, I'm about to dine and dash on them bitches. You got me fucked
You're
up.
Right, you're right. I don't know
Chase
why
me for what? Fuck you mean?
I would probably try to find an orgy. I probably would try to find, like, a place that's just like, yeah, it's going in right now. Everybody, everywhere, we're just fucking right now. Call around, say I love you.
That's on my. So that's one of the things on my list too. Is
find you guys, find people, or figure out how we can sit somewhere while we're waiting.
Figure out how to get around as many of my loved ones as possible before it's all over. Like if we're gonna go out, let's go out together.
Yeah,
you know. So at least we can still have those ties in the next
ending
life.
Tomorrow. Where should we go?
I'm definitely warning my core group, but I'm keeping that in-house because what I don't have time for is hysteria in my last 24 hours.
But it's already
because the last thing I need, I still need the waiters to exist. I still need the chef back there chefing. I don't need everybody prepping for the last 24 hours on Earth. So I'm only telling the people that I want to be at this dinner with me. I don't even know why
I would say that. Nobody's going to be working. So I can't go do that. I take that back off.
If I have privileged knowledge that the world's coming to an end in 24 hours, I'm not sharing it. I need people to still be at work. Carry on, everyone. Carry on.
Fine.
It's gonna happen either way. So, do we really need the hysteria? That's my logic. Do we really need the hysteria?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm gonna enjoy the fuck. I would probably eat beef on that last 24. I would probably do me a mean surf and turf, bitch. Wagyu. That's the one regret I have before cutting out red meat is I've never tried Wagyu steak.
Oh, it's delicious.
Marbleized and covered in butter and herbs and spices. I want that. And I want a big ass piece of lobster. And I want the sea bass sitting in the wings waiting for me. Yes, that marble. I see it. I saw the most expensive and I was like, ooh.
It's good as fuck.
Big.
Wagyu is fucking delicious.
So I'll probably have me some Wagyu steak and every piece of seafood that I want. And I'm definitely calling up my loved ones to try to organize a meet. I probably won't even tell all of them that the world's coming to an end till we all in each other's face. So I'm organizing a meet like it's urgent, bitch. Emergency 911. We need these dropping the pin. This is where you need to be at this time.
Oh, so I'm the only one that knows?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then I would go. I still go eat.
And then say
I'm not going to work if I was supposed to. I'm not going to work.
Definitely not going to work. Love you, Seelbachs, but I'm not going to work on my last 24.
24 is not long.
Nah, it's not long at all. That day, you can break that shit up in 8-hour segments and the day is gone.
Gone. I'm definitely taking. I'm just going to take.
Dinner's at least 3 hours.
I'm doing 3 at the orgy, but I guess there's no orgy because they don't. Well, there's probably still an orgy.
I mean, you could go to a sex club.
I can find it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that. I probably would want to see some strippers.
Yes, I think it'd be nice to
finish it
to go out seeing some ass clapping.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice way to go. Maybe we all meet at the strip club.
Yeah, I would not want to be alone, nor would I really want to like stay
I don't really
want to
be present.
Setting.
No,
like I don't want to be like.
I don't really want to be all mentally there for it happening either.
Exactly, I want to do a lot.
I might get blackout drunk or something. Yeah. It's like or smoke or like get drunk and then smoke weed because that's the guaranteed way to black me out.
Yeah,
is smoke some really strong weed after taking some shots.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna remember that I did.
Exactly. That's how I'm trying to I'm really trying to be like.
I'm trying to be I'm in the next up, slapping ass on my way out with my wife next to me, and we smacking ass and kissing each other, hugging our loved ones, and munching on some wings and Wagyu.
Yeah.
Ooh, and some lamb chop lollies. Yeah. Yes. Ooh. Yeah. I'm just eating all the ribs. And a piece of bacon, bitch. I'm eating a piece of bacon before I go. Because at that point, we about to restart anyway.
Yeah.
I'll come back a vegetarian next time.
Yeah. I'm telling you, change the game board pieces when we come back. Change the game board pieces. Let's figure it out. Let's do something different.
God.
Period.
Lord, George. Well, look.
Period. But I definitely want to. All right.
We got a couple of topics for West T.
Okay.
One of them I just found to be funny because we all knew it was going to happen anyway. But I just found it a tickle because of how transparent these companies are in their response to controversy. Like, and I say that to say, like, Netflix. The second that there was a inkling of controversy around Will Smith, they paused on the projects they're working with him on, right? But now, as we knew was going to happen, now they're back in talks.
Yes, Will fucking Smith.
It's Will fucking Smith.
Like, you're going to be back in talks with Will Smith.
You're not dropping Will Smith.
No one is
from a
canceling Will
project
Smith.
that you've already signed him to. 1, 2, you already know that all of everything else you built around it was built around the name Will Smith.
Period.
From directors who want to be on, producers who want to be on, other co-stars who want to be on. Come on now.
Will Smith, bro.
Will Smith is a bigger name than Netflix.
My question to you, is Will Smith a light-skinned nigga?
Yes.
Damn, I never really thought about it. Somebody brought it up. I was like, Will Smith is light-skinned.
Is he giving like Redbone? No. But, yeah, because he be on his light-skinned nigga shit too. He gets light-skinned nigga privilege.
He does get light-skinned nigga.
He does.
I just feel like
imagine if somebody chocolate walked up and smacked somebody across the face at the Oscars. It wouldn't have been received the same.
I agree. I completely agree.
It would have been received the same. He got a lot of backlash because he's a black man for sure, but it would have been different if it was like Samuel Jackson.
No way. We would have all understood that.
We would have, for sure. And he would have dropped a motherfucker on the way back down.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
That's so funny.
It's absolutely
I
there.
could totally see him doing some shit like that. I expect it.
Exactly. So, I definitely think he qualifies as a light skin.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I put that up in West T because I'm just not shocked at all that Netflix is back in talks. We knew you'd be back in talks.
Motherfucking Smith. And keep my wife's
all
name
they were
out
waiting
your
for.
motherfucking mouth.
Period. And it still keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. I said what I said. Period.
What a debacle.
All they were waiting for was him to issue a public apology.
Cannot wait for this.
We need to do a year wrap up this year.
End of year wrap up is
one of our December episodes definitely needs to be a year wrap up.
I cannot wait to see all the other ones that people put out. Like, this has been a year. So much has happened. There's shit I forgot.
It's been a crazy 3 years, but 2 years specifically because 2020 on forward has just been one big what the fuck after the next.
It really has been. Like,
I mean,
from
Rona to monkeypox to slaps,
it's feeling inundation out this bitch.
It's given massive recalibration.
The Earth is ready to do
the algorithms are just.
The Earth is ready to go in the next phase for sure.
Yeah. It really is.
The universe is too.
And it feels like humans especially are just going to keep pushing shit to the fucking limit until we learn the hard way.
I'm pushing good.
Like, it's such a fucking blower.
It's crazy.
But yes, Netflix, nobody's fucking surprised. Hurry up and announce these Will Smith projects so that us black folks can continue to support it.
Period.
Because that's what we're going to do. And the white people are going to support it too, so cut it the fuck out.
Right.
Now I'm just waiting for Oscars to... We're back in talks with allowing Will Smith to be in the Oscar committee and to further attend Oscars because he's nominated for so many of them that it's hard to exclude him from something where he is bound to win at least one award.
Fucking Will
come the
Smith,
fuck on.
y'all.
It is Will Smith.
But also, he don't need the damn Oscars.
He don't need it at all.
No.
But he has earned his right to slap a motherfucker if that's what he so feels. I'm sorry. I think he has earned his stripes, and if he has a moment of human weakness,
I just feel like he can't. Once again, it just didn't need to be on stage.
It didn't need to be on stage.
It didn't.
You could have really slapped him at the after party and let it be rumors.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Slap his ass among
but
family.
Like, in the middle of the production, Will really.
I feel like that was just his way of making the message clear to everybody. My wife is off limits.
I just want to know the immediate
I think
thought.
it's the build-up of all of the red table talking. All of the entanglement talk. Child. All of the questioning who wears the pants between the two of them. It's Jada's fault.
But Jada,
it's Jada's fault. She left him on the limb with this.
They're both probably toxic, but I think Jada...
They're toxic with each other, but her toxic is very alpha toxic. Very self-serving, toxic.
Yeah.
His is also self-serving, but a different brand of self-serving, and it's giving more beta toxic.
and beta in the relationship.
Yeah.
Both
Like,
of them.
if they are into that freaky shit, I feel like he would let her peg him.
Oh, they've done it.
If he's not being metaphorically pegged, I feel like he's probably allowing
he's
some
been bending over.
some peggerations.
He's been bending over.
Speaking of pegging, not speaking of pegging, Lord, but I mean kind of, because I said Peg the Stallion in my head, but I'm thinking Meg the Stallion when I say speaking of pegging. I'm so sorry, Meg. Not to say that you out here pegging people.
I
but
like her new album. I did. I like it. There's a few songs on there I'm like really into.
There's a few songs on there.
Not Nice I'm really into. I really like Anxiety. I like her. I like
I don't like Pressurization or whatever. I'm not really into that one.
So the ones I didn't like the one with Big Lotto. I didn't like the one with Future. I think those were the only two I didn't like.
Yeah, there was a couple of joints that I didn't love. I like the Red Wine joint. It's cool. I like it more for my IG reels than I like for actually sitting and listening to it.
I love NDA.
NDA was great. NDA was great. But
I love Gifted a Curse. I like Miss Nasty.
Yeah, so you basically like most of the album.
Yeah, I like that.
Most of the album. I definitely gotta listen to it again because I did play it the whole way through just while I was in the office. I gotta listen to it again, but in the car.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I gotta put it when I put it on my ears. So the first time I listened to it full through, I was coming home from work and I just sat outside.
I might listen to it while I'm at the gym or something.
That shit was fucking. I was like, all right, oh okay, oh I like this one too. Oh I like this one too. I was like, oh that's okay. Oh I like this one too. So yeah, I like.
Shouts out to you, Meg. I'm just glad you put another project out, sweets. But because that
Run
Hottie
It Up.
Flaming Cheeto thing was weird.
I don't know what that was. I think that was just to put something out.
It was
I
a
think
promo
she's doing,
thing.
Oh,
It had to be. At least that's what I'm telling
but it
myself.
had like.
That was my logic. She didn't say that. That was my logic.
Because there was like 30 songs in that bitch.
There's a lot of shit going on in that joint.
But I think it's just. I think
it was giving like photo dump, but for
I
songs.
think it has to do something with the label.
Probably
Like,
maybe
really
to meet
trying
some
get out of
requirements. I
this
think.
Shit.
So to fulfill her label, her
And I was
requirements.
talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, I think it's so funny that niggas always start trying to get out their label now. Like it's like we've seen what labels do. I get it though. I get it when you're coming from nothing.
When you're coming from nothing and you're a machine is willing to push you, you take what you take it in that moment. If you can't, if you don't have that vision to do it independent,
Yeah.
because it takes a certain level of vision.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision at that, because you have to see
It's
it.
I'm blown up now, so now I'm gonna sue you a trillion times to get out of it. It's just
Or throw out trash projects or just throwaway projects to to fulfill the requirements of the label. But then you kind of wind up not getting the profit, not hitting the profit margins that they're hoping for, and then you wind up owing them money and then trying to sue them because you owe them money.
I just don't know. I'm like, just do your best. Yeah, you're
do all of it. Just do your best. Do all of it.
Yeah, you're shackled to this, but remember when you signed this.
But you put your foot in that shackle.
You did.
And closed it yourself.
I'm sorry. You did it. You did that.
Yeah.
But I get it. If you got enough money to sue motherfuckers and get out of it,
and you have a chance at getting what you what you trying to get. But
do get you when no one knows you and help put
put money behind people knowing you. So you either believe in yourself that intensely or you don't. But I say Meg the Stallion because I just watched her episode of Carisha Please.
Oh, I didn't finish it. I saw some people say some shit
First of all,
about her.
I was like, Carisha and Meg flirting back and forth is the interview I didn't really know I needed in my life. It's like, that's a visual I didn't have, but I'm happy to visualize it. That's a tape I'd watch. For sure. And I didn't realize they were both Aquariuses. I was like, oh wow, it's very much given that. Just the way y'all say fucking anything out y'all goddamn mouth.
I do need to watch it.
And say it with a smile. Even if it's something.
So do.
I was like, oh, this is giving Aquarius energy. Because when she said, you motherfuck me. I was like, and you just steady cheesing like nothing changed in your face.
Nothing.
Except for when y'all were making each other blush. I just loved it. It was great. So honorary shout out to y'all because that was just great content. Yeah. Kudos. I couldn't finish the Kevin Gates one. It was making my brain.
That motherfucker is dumb. He
was making my brain hurt.
First I was like, oh, okay. He's like trying with life. And I was like, this nigga ain't trying shit. He's just re-spitting out things that he thinks sound deep.
And when he came out continuing to date the cousin, I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
Get him out of here.
I'm good.
Throw him in the trash. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'm like, I can't.
Okay, last one under was T, y'all. And I just thought this was honestly kind of funny. Tamar Braxton's new boo.
Okay.
Now,
Let's go.
it's funny because you look at who she was married to, Mr. Vincent Herbert, squishy teddy bear junk looking like a Care Bear. Then we change over drastically to Mr. African in finance guy with the receding hairline who wanted really just to be famous alongside you. Two very different types of men. Clearly Tamar does not have a set type because now she is with this like Irish, Scottish, I don't even know what he is, but like it's giving Wigga a little bit. Like it's just like giving Wigga. For sure.
He was raised in New Orleans. See?
New Orleans. And they going to raise a Wigga child.
That I was about to say, like...
That's one thing New Orleans going to do is raise them a Wigga.
Okay, cool. So, motherfucking Nolans, those white people down there, them Cajuns.
Them motherfucking Cajuns. It's giving
white people
Cajun
down there
cray.
are so different. They're different. If they born and raised, I used to have a chef at the farm. His name was Chuck. And I used to have such a fucking crush on him. Like, he was just built. He had this twang. And that nigga just talked like he was just like, it wasn't like he talked black. He just talked like this, like, you know, just like rough and like, I just was like.
And see, I can appreciate a white dude like that. I can appreciate a white dude like that.
He's so honest. Hilarious. I think I got mad at him one time because he like threw my shoes out or some shit. But outside of that, like, yeah, I had left my shoes. And I was like, fuck it, I left my shoes. And then he just like threw it out. But he cute. He cute though.
He's
I don't like his
cute.
like weird.
I was like, you went from Care Bear to I don't even know what to call the guy David. I don't even know what to call him. To Mr. African Money Man. To this situation. First of all, who was it that, who is the one that got me hip to this? Oh, you know what it was? Jason Lee. He started comparing this dude to Conor McGregor. Come on, y'all. Don't tell me he don't look like Conor McGregor.
I was sitting here
He really does, though.
Yeah, I thought he was, I was like, I feel like we've seen this person before.
He absolutely does look like Conor McGregor. For fucking sure. So I was like, okay, it's real cute, I guess.
He said, yeah.
It's real cute, I guess.
Oh, he's cute. I didn't see his videos.
He's definitely not bad looking at all.
He low-key looks like he might have did some hood shit, too.
Oh, for sure. It's given I was raised in New Orleans. Because it doesn't necessarily seem performative, but I don't have a ton to go off of to be able to tell either, though.
Yeah, it's true, too.
Because it's like, you could think somebody really about their life, but
who knows? But I mean, injury and criminal defense. Oh, he's getting money.
He's getting bread.
Oh,
this motherfucker's a criminal defense attorney. You know he got black friends.
Mm-hmm. Injury and criminal. That's what's hilarious.
Oh,
it's the injury part.
Child,
what you doing, Meg?
Oh, all I know is ass. She stays showing off them cheeks, honey.
She does.
I love it.
Make sure we still know they're there. She gets
like,
tiny.
In case y'all wonder, I can still clap his ass.
Yeah, she can.
We didn't doubt you, Meg.
No,
we did not doubt you. I just want to see the tape with Carisha. Just go and put it out.
Right.
Put it out. Put it out. I'll do OnlyFans for that one. That's an OnlyFans I would subscribe to.
Okay. Yes.
I like this energy that's happening here.
Yes.
I'd be a fly on the wall for that one. I'm not into the celebrity porn, like looking at the celebrity sex life thing. Nah. But that one, just off the flirtation alone, I loved it.
Yeah, I love that.
I loved it.
All right,
let's do our fourth sip.
Amaro.
And they were talking about what we're not eating, y'all.
Yeah.
So the brand for this, we're drinking an Amaro next, y'all. by Fred Jerbis. Jerbis. So I'm not gonna say Jerbis because that sounds wild. I'm gonna say Jerbis. And try to make it French even if it's not.
It might be Jerbis though.
If it's not. I don't like how it sounds. Fred Jerbis. I mean, sorry if that is how it's pronounced, y'all.
Yes,
but I'm gonna target it and call it Fred Jerbis. So, certified organic with flavors of woody bark, light game, molasses, wow, molasses, orange peel, and baking spice. D&M tasting notes. Oh, well, fuck it. I shouldn't have read that. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, we'll get our own notes, y'all.
Yeah.
16 different botanicals infused together in nearly pure alcohol. Nearly pure? Interesting. Following an old recipe from an order of monks. Okay. All the ingredients are Italian. Among them are linden leaf, ash leaf, mulberry, rhubarb root, currants, orange peel, and cypress leaf. So there's a lot of leaves happening here.
A lot of leafies.
Okay, so this is Italian. So it's giving Jerbis.
Herbis.
Jerbis. Yeah, maybe they don't pronounce the J.
I don't know.
I want to once again, I'm going to ask Todd, how do you pronounce this?
Yeah.
Please get me hip.
It smells good.
It smells really good. I almost get like chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting like
fresh
definitely
baked
bacon
cookie.
spices.
Mm-hmm.
Oatmeal cookie.
Ooh, yes, oatmeal cookie.
Yeah. Banana bread.
Yes, banana bread with the nuts.
Carrot cake. That type of stuff.
Baked goods with nuts in them.
Yes.
I get that orange in there. I get that
Definitely.
like.
Damn, now that I said carrot cake, I really can't get it.
I
out of it.
smell leaf too, and it's like
Green, yeah.
green. Yeah, it's like,
But, like,
fresh leaves. Like if I were to rub my hands on them, like how you would smell that residue after you activate them. It's giving that.
They're bay leafy too.
Yeah, bay leaf, maybe even, I don't even know, maybe sage. Maybe like not even sage. It's like a variation of sage that I'm growing that this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Because oh no, you know what's probably reminding me of? My cinnamon basil. That's what it is.
Okay. Definitely something savory about it. It's a lot lighter than I thought.
I haven't tasted this since the first time I tried it.
Yeah.
It's definitely lighter than like an Averna or something like that.
Yeah, lighter than like Amaro Lucano. It's lighter than a lot of Amaros that I have. Like even like viscous wise, it's not as viscous.
Not as heavy, even in color.
Yeah.
Even though you can't see through it, but there are some hints of like seeing the light on the other side.
Yeah.
For sure. Like if I could almost see my hand underneath it. Almost.
Kind of has like a cola thing going on.
Yeah. Like a older iteration of Coca-Cola before it became straight artificial syrup.
Yeah. Or like a homemade cola.
Like a homemade cola.
Yeah.
Exactly. Got some smokiness to it.
Yeah.
And even a little coffee bean. Something roasted here. The spices in it almost remind me of like a chai. Like a chai powder, like before it's combined with anything.
That was easy to
The
drink.
essence of that chai is like in this.
Oh, 100%.
I like that a lot.
It also has that Tootsie Roll chocolateness to it.
Yes. Okay, because I didn't want to say
You know,
chocolate per se
yeah.
because it's not the type of chocolate we'll usually pull.
Right.
But I can see how a Tootsie Roll,
Yeah.
like that type of
weird.
yeah.
Also,
Where it's not
almost
quite
like
chocolate.
Yoo-hoo chocolate to
Exactly.
that. Like,
more malty
yeah.
than chocolatey.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying on that. Yeah, that's what it's giving.
That is good.
And it's delicious.
So,
It's definitely delicious.
Kinship.
Wow.
So recently this week, a young woman has been pretty much protesting outside of her former job with a sign that said, "The owner called me the N-word 4 times." And she told someone in management months when it first happened. She still continued to work there, and she continued to bring it up, and she pretty much was asking for a fucking apology and to rectify the situation.
Lucky that's
But
all she
it never
asked
happened.
for.
And nothing happened, so now she stood outside and was telling people not to patronage. Pretty much don't eat there.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Patronage.
Yeah. Don't, yeah. And it's just like, it got news, it got waves. It got, article written up about it. They still, of course, are saying alleged, which I just don't understand why.
Because it's a legal thing. They have to.
Yeah, that's
legally
true.
You have to.
Because I'm just like,
when it's a matter of someone said versus someone said.
Yeah.
If you weren't in, are you not a person B or person A, you have to say alleged.
I'm just like, for me, what I didn't like were the comments under Washington Problems page was when they started posting it. First off, Amanda Seales commented on it, which was
did she?
Yeah, which was because they had a weird. Kinship pretty much said that it was a part of a training of what shouldn't happen.
Ain't no fucking way in hell. No. And you don't need to say nigga in order to train me on the hypotheticals of anything ever in life. I can imagine.
You know, like, what? So Amanda was like, what the fuck is this? What is the last part of this, caption or whatever?
Child.
But there were black people like, where's the evidence? Like, how... And why is she going she's going the mob mentality? Actually, she wasn't.
She was protesting by herself.
And all she's still asking for is a fucking apology and not to go eat there.
That's an easy call for me.
Like, what evidence do you need? And I was about to, like, thumb it up. But I was like, it's not
even worth it because all you're doing is baiting the people who want to argue.
I'm not even going to talk
about it.
They
want to argue about it.
I don't even know who that person is, and hopefully I'll never see him. But I'm just like, what?
Well,
so we're not eating there.
It's easy for me not to eat at Kinship. I haven't been. I'm not missing anything.
I went once. I used to go because it was a Santa Teresa account. But
Got
that
it.
was
Okay.
Years ago.
How was the food?
I don't remember.
Good, but not great.
I don't remember. And I kept telling myself recently, I was like, I'm going to go back to Kinship. But it's, one of those fancy Johns or whatever. I think I would just go drink. I don't think I would even eat. I don't remember.
I'm good.
So we're not going there. You shouldn't go either. Like, I don't need to be convinced that a black woman was called nigger 4 times by an owner.
I don't need to be convinced on that.
That's convincing. The sentence is
that's one of those things where you're going to be guilty till proven innocent because
if anybody tells me that they are being called nigger by somebody white, I am convinced.
By somebody who is an other, because as long as you're not black, you're not black. I don't give a shit what.
That's true.
What umbrella under the person of color umbrella you fall under or identify as. If you're not blackety black, then the N-word in any variation should never pass your lips.
Period.
Unless you're already expecting the equal but opposite reaction to be a fist meeting said lips once it's passed.
Period.
It's that simple. It's so easy.
Just don't do it.
Easy.
But you don't have to convince me of that.
No.
The things of where is the evidence? Oh, now she's just saying something. They were like bringing up her old work history and what? Like,
what is your point in doing it?
Like, how are we justifying?
That's that slave mentality, though. It's still slave mentality. It all stems from slave mentality.
It always does. But why is anyone, white, black, Asian, brown, trying to justify that this even happened? Well, what does she do? Like, how does she? It doesn't matter. She got called nigger.
Exactly. Literally doesn't matter.
We already know that should not go down. Period. In anywhere, professional, casual. Why? And then it comes back to a fucking don't look up situation. Why does humans have to be like this? It shouldn't have to. Why are we debating about this?
Why are we?
And why are her? Because she needs her money.
Why are her?
Period.
Why are her? Shout out to that lady.
Well, I only got one left. I done drank.
We behind you, sis. You did, but that's always a good indication.
Yes.
I'm gonna do my Sirene Apertivo.
Well, y'all.
Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna let y'all know in advance if you're watching the tube. We had a bit of a technical difficulty, but we worked it out.
Well, you'll see it by this point.
So,
if you're watching the tube,
you've already seen it by now. Yes, if you're listening, and feel like going back to watch the visual.
Yeah.
Well, now you know.
Now you know.
But that audio be consistent though.
It does. It does.
And we are a podcast. Like, are we not?
Yeah. Period. Until you
cheers to staying ready, so you gotta get ready.
Some fucking.
But I have a new
cameras.
camera that touches down tomorrow, so we're gonna be testing that out.
Okay.
I got a
what's up.
recommendation from Mayo.
Okay, awesome.
So we're gonna go with that and try it out, and we
Exciting.
shall see. So
Exciting.
we love y'all. Be sure to
Yes.
care, and share, and comment and subscribe.
Yes, please.
And engage.
Engage.
And
honey.
yes.
Cheers,
So
y'all.
cheers. And that's the sound we're going for. And that's a clank for that earth.
Oh,